In the last video we discussed about traveling wave. That means a wave traveling from one point to another. For example, sound waves, light waves, X-rays, gamma rays, etc. Now we are going to discuss about stationary wave or standing wave. Okay, stationary wave or standing wave, how the stationary waves and standing waves or standing waves are formed. So consider a string fixed at either end or an air column in a pipe with either end closed. For example, we can consider like this. Here, this is a string which is fixed at both ends. If you pluck the string, okay, if you just pluck the string, what are produced there? Here, waves are produced. Okay, if you pluck the string, for example, in guitar or in musical instruments, string musical instruments, if you pluck the string, what are produced? Waves are produced. So, like this, traveling waves are produced. Okay, traveling waves are produced. What happens when it reaches here? It gets reflected. At the point it gets reflected and another traveling wave is produced like this. Again this wave incident at the region and it gets reflected, again traveling wave is produced and the process goes on. As a result, this type of wave pattern is produced and that is called the stationary wave, and this wave pattern remains same or remains stationary, and hence they are called standing waves or stationary waves. Okay children, so consider a string which is fixed at both the end, and if you pluck the string or if you pluck the rubber band, you can consider the rubber band also. If you consider the rubber band fixed at both the ends, and if you just pluck the rubber band, what happens? A traveling wave is produced, and at one point, at one boundary, it gets reflected and another traveling wave is produced, and again it reaches the other end, again it gets reflected and this traveling wave is produced, and as a result this type of pattern is produced, and this pattern is called a stationary wave or standing wave. See, consider a string fixed at either end or an air column in a pipe with either end closed. Here waves get reflected at two or more boundaries. So if you consider the string fixed at both the ends, it gets reflected at both the boundaries. In a string, a wave going to the right will get reflected at one end, which in turn will travel and get reflected from the other end. Okay, wave traveling towards the right direction, it gets reflected from the one end, and again the reflected wave reaches the other end and it again get reflected from the other end, like this. So in a string, a wave going to the right will get reflected at one end, which in turn will travel and get reflected from the other end. This will go on until there is a steady pattern set up on the string, and this pattern are called standing waves or stationary waves. So incident wave and reflected wave when they superimpose each other. Okay, so this is the incident wave. We can consider one wave as the incident wave and another wave as the reflected wave. So incident wave and reflected wave, when they combine together, that forms a stationary wave or standing wave. So we can consider this is the incident wave, and here this represents a reflected wave. An incident wave and reflected wave superimpose each other, and as a result what is produced? A standing wave or stationary wave is produced. How a standing wave is produced? An incident wave and reflected wave superimpose each other, and as a result a standing wave or stationary wave is formed. To see this mathematically, consider a wave traveling along the positive x direction and the reflected wave of same amplitude and wavelength in the negative x direction. Okay, let a wave is traveling along the positive x direction and the reflected wave along negative x direction. We know the wave is represented as, incident wave can be represented as A sin kx minus omega t. Why it is minus omega? Because the wave is traveling along the positive x direction. Actually the wave equation is y equal to A sin kx minus omega t plus phi. For simplification, we can take phi initial phase or epoch equal to 0. So incident wave can be written as yi equals A sin kx minus omega t. And reflected wave, we know reflected wave is traveling along which direction? Negative x direction, and hence it can be represented as A sin kx plus omega t. Both have the same amplitude and same wavelength, isn't it? So A sin kx minus omega t is the incident wave, A sin kx plus omega t is the reflected wave. The resultant wave, according to the principle of superposition, can be written as resultant wave y equals incident wave plus reflected wave. According to superposition, displacement, resultant displacement is the algebraic sum of the individual displacements. If some waves superimpose, the total displacement or resultant displacement is the sum of the algebraic sum of the displacement of the each wave. That is called the superposition principle. Okay. So here the resultant wave can be written as y equals incident wave plus displacement of the incident wave plus displacement of the reflected wave. We can substitute a sin kx minus omega t plus a sin kx plus omega t. Now a can be taken common. So a into sin kx minus omega t plus sin kx, say kx minus omega t plus sin kx plus omega t. Clear? And we know the trigonometric identity sin a plus b plus sin a minus b. This is of the form sin a plus b plus sin a minus b. So we have sin a plus b plus sin a minus b equal to 2 sin a cos b. So that is a trigonometric identity. Okay, sin a plus b plus sin a minus b equal to 2 sin a cos b. So using this identity, the equation can be written as y equals here a with 2, no? So 2a sin a, what is a here? Kx. So sin kx cos b is omega t. So y can be written as 2a sin kx cos omega t. So incident wave and reflected wave superimposed to form the resultant wave y equals 2a sin kx cos omega t. Here note the important difference in the wave pattern. So if it is a travelling wave, how will you represent the wave equation y equal to a sin kx minus omega t? Here there is no term relating kx minus omega t. That means the resultant wave is not a travelling wave. Okay, it is not a travelling wave and that wave is called a standing wave. So this is the resultant displacement of a standing wave. Clear, children? So we have a standing wave. Displacement of a standing wave can be represented as y equal to 2a sin kx cos omega t, isn't it? Here the amplitude of the resultant wave 2a sin kx represents the amplitude of the resultant wave. 2a sin kx is the amplitude of the resultant wave. Thus in the wave pattern, amplitude varies from point to point, but each element of the string oscillates with angular frequency omega. So angular frequency omega and the time period remains same, but what happens to amplitude? Amplitude depends on x. X means the distance. So as the distance changes, what happens to amplitude? Amplitude also changes. So that's in the wave pattern, amplitude varies from point to point. So here the amplitude of the resultant wave is 2a sin kx and amplitude is not a constant, amplitude varies from point to point. And the points where amplitude is 0. Okay, so in a particular condition, this amplitude 2a sin kx can be 0. Okay, and such points are called a node. The points where amplitude is 0 are called nodes. And the points where amplitude is the largest and they are called antinodes. Okay, so here amplitude is 0, such points are called nodes, and amplitude maximum, such points are called antinode. So here we know this is the incident wave, red represents the incident wave and the green represents the reflected wave, let. So incident wave travelling along the positive x direction and the reflected wave travelling along the negative x direction, they superimpose to form the standing wave. Okay, so this represents a standing wave. This represents, the whole arrangement represents the standing wave in a string. And here these are the regions. So here what is the amplitude? These are the regions where amplitude is equal to 0. So these points are called node. So these are called node. Okay, children. So these are the nodes. The points where amplitude 0 are called a node. And here this region, here amplitude is maximum. In this region, here these regions where amplitude maximum and they are called antinodes. So these are called antinodes. So the regions where the points where amplitude 0, so these represents the nodes where amplitude 0, and here these are the regions where amplitude maximum, therefore these points represents antinodes. Okay. It can be seen that amplitude is 0 for the values of x for which sin kx is equal to 0. So we have amplitude is 2a sin kx. So here amplitude is 0 when sin kx is equal to 0. That means the condition for node is sin kx is equal to 0. If sin kx is equal to 0, what are the values of kx? Kx is equal to 0, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, etc. Sin 1 pi is 0, sin 2 pi is 0, sin 3 pi is 0. So what are the values of this angle kx? Kx is equal to n pi, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Clear, children? And hence x is equal to, we can write n pi divided by k. So what are the positions where nodes are formed? X is equal to n pi divided by k. And we know that k is angular wave number which is given by 2 pi by lambda. We can substitute x is equal to n pi divided by k, that is 2 pi by lambda, and after simplification we can write x is equal to n lambda divided by 2. So x is equal to n lambda by 2. This is the position for node. So the positions for node are x is equal to n lambda by 2, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So if you consider the figure, if you put n equal to 0, what is x? X is equal to 0. If you put n equal to 1, that is lambda by 2. If you put n equal to 2, that is 2 lambda by 2, etc. So here this position means n equal to 0. This is node, n equal to 0. N equal to 0, x is equal to 0. So at this position node is formed. What is this position? This distance is, put n equal to 1, that is lambda by 2. So this is lambda by 2. This is 2 lambda by 2. Here this position is 3 lambda by 2. This position is 4 lambda by 2. This is 5 lambda by 2. So at all the positions where x is equal to n lambda by 2 is satisfied, their nodes are produced. So the position for node is x is equal to n lambda by 2. If you put n equal to 0, that is the first node. N equal to 1, that is the second node. N equal to 2, that is 2 lambda by 2, that is the third node, and so on. Okay, children? Here the distance between the two successive node, okay, is lambda divided by 2. So if you put n equal to 0, x is equal to 0. If you put n equal to 1, x is equal to lambda by 2. So what is the difference between two successive node? That is equal to lambda divided by 2. Now we can see what is the condition for antinode. It can be seen that amplitude is larger for values of x for which sin kx is maxima. So what is the maximum value of sin kx? It is equal to 1. So maximum value of sin kx is 1. And which implies that kx is equal to n plus half into pi. So what are the values for which sin has maximum value? That means theta, that angle is equal to pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, etc. For all these values, sin function has the maximum value, that is 1. Okay, so kx is equal to n plus half into pi, where put n equal to 0, that is pi by 2. N equal to 1, 3 pi by 2, n equal to 2, 5 pi by 2, etc. For all these values, what is the amplitude? Amplitude will be maximum. Okay, children. So that is sin kx is equal to 1. That means kx equals n plus half into pi, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. From this, x can be written as n plus half into pi divided by k. Okay. And what is the value of k? K equal to 2 pi divided by lambda. We can substitute n plus half into pi divided by 2 pi by lambda. Lambda comes to the numerator. So the values of x are, x equals n plus half into this pi and pi get cancelled, lambda by 2. N plus half into lambda by 2. What are the values of n? N equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. For all these values, what are formed? Antinodes are formed. That means amplitude is maximum. Put n equal to 1. If you put n equal to 1, x equal to, here put n equal to, first we can put n equal to 0. Put n equal to 0, what is the value of x? X is equal to lambda by 4. Put n equal to 1. Put n equal to 1. Value of x is equal to, here 1, that is 3 lambda divided by 4. Put n equal to 2, n is equal to 2, here it is 5 lambda divided by 4, 5 lambda divided by 4. For all these values, amplitude is maximum. And now what is the distance between two successive antinode? The distance between successive antinode is, we can subtract these two, 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4. 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4, that is 2 lambda by 4, that is equal to lambda by 2. So the distance between two successive antinode is lambda by 2. Similarly, the distance between two successive node is also lambda divided by 2. So the condition for node is x is equal to n lambda by 2, and the condition for antinode is x is equal to n plus half into lambda divided by 2. Here the standing wave with the condition for nodes and antinodes is represented. Here x is equal to 0, node. X equal to lambda by 2, that is also the next node. X is equal to 2 lambda by 2, another node. X is equal to 3 lambda by 2, that is also the condition for node. X is equal to 4 lambda by 2 and x is equal to 5 lambda by 2. At all these position nodes are formed. Okay, and what is the distance between successive node? Lambda by 2 minus 0, that is lambda by 2. 2 lambda by 2 minus lambda by 2, that is also lambda by 2. So the distance between successive node is equal to lambda by 2. And what are the positions for antinode? X is equal to lambda by 4, x is equal to 3 lambda by 4, x is equal to 5 lambda by 4, x is equal to 7 lambda by 4, x is equal to 9 lambda by 4, etc. And between two successive antinode, the distance between two successive antinode is 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4, that is lambda by 2. Okay, 2 lambda by 4, that is equal to lambda by 2. So this is a representation of standing wave with node and the antinode. Next, we are going to discuss about a phenomenon called beats. See an activity. Beats is an important phenomenon arising from interference of waves. When two sound waves of close frequencies are heard at the same time, we hear variation in intensity of sound. When two tuning forks of slightly different frequencies are struck for same time, you may notice that intensity of resultant sound fluctuates. As seen in the activity, you have observed when two tuning forks are struck at the same time, there is increase and decrease in the intensity of sound. That is, intensity of sound increases and decreases periodically with the time. The periodic variation in intensity of sound, commonly called waxing and waning, caused by the superposition of two sound waves of slightly different frequencies, are called beats. During musical concert, artists often tune their musical instruments with each other, and they go on tuning until their sensitive ears do not detect any beats.